was just announced the other day that Warner Brothers and Discovery have put themselves up for sale, and they are willing to take complete buyouts or parting themselves out, which could potentially mean, say, Mortal Kombat going over to Sony, DC going over to Disney. That's just an example. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. And the worst case scenario is either Paramount buys them out or some private investment firm in the Middle East buys them out. That's probably worst case scenario for any of the franchises inside of Warner Brothers and Discovery. Could this affect the DCU? Potentially. I mean, nobody knows because there's not even a set buyer, but I feel like the DCU, James Gunn, I mean, they should be fine. The gaming division, I honestly don't know what's going to happen with the gaming division because it's just been flop after flop, and you could even say the same thing about movies that Warner Brothers just cannot find a way to get success anywhere. It's probably why they're at the point where like, you know what, screw this. We can't find our footing anywhere. We're throwing in the towel. We're just going to sell off because we know our IPs are worth a ton of money, but we just cannot find a way to make these IPs make us any money. I mean, look at the gaming division. The Suicide Squad flopped. Multiverses flopped. Mortal Kombat 1 flopped. They just cannot get anything running on the video game division. And then you want to look at their other IPs they have. DC just only recently started flipping profits again. They had like 5 straight years, not 5 years, but they had like 3 years where they were just losing money, losing hundreds of millions, maybe even close to $1 billion on movies. Now, that is circumstantial, right? They announced the universe is done for, and then they still have like 4 more movies of that universe to release. I mean, of course, they're all going to flop. And really, it started with Black Adam and went on until Superman changed the trajectory of those movie profits. But we've only ever seen one movie since Superman, so I guess we'll see how Supergirl does. It should do fine. Superman, Man of Tomorrow should be fine. Then even just looking at other IPs like Scooby-Doo, Velma, the whole show just flopped. I mean, I don't even know how they got greenlit in the first place, and it just shows the whole lack of leadership Warner Brothers Discovery has had the past 4 years with all of their IPs. They have no leadership. I mean, you see worse with DC, where they fire Snyder, or they part ways, and then The Rock sees this power gap, tries to get in there, ruins more movies, and then finally they stabilize with James Gunn and Peter Safran, I think his name is, and now they have a whole mess, a whole like 7 years of mess to clean up because of Warner Brothers' lack of leadership. And now with this potential buyout, there's going to be even more mess of leadership until like another 5 years down the line. I'm kind of worried for Mortal Kombat. I'm worried for not as much for DC, but just any other franchise, especially depending on who buys them out ultimately. And I really don't want to see a Marvel situation where they sell Batman to somebody and then Superman to somebody else. That is horrible and worst case scenario for the DC property. Warner has so many IPs, iconic franchises, and I really hope this doesn't go to the wrong buyer and they just throw it all away. I mean, Warner Brothers has been doing it themselves, but I just hope that whoever this goes to, they take care of the properties, we get the movies and films and video games that we want and deserve, and that these franchises ultimately deserve. We'll see down the road how this goes, who they end up selling to. Maybe if they decide not to sell at all, what IPs go where. But yeah, DC, Warner Brothers in general has just been a complete mess the past few years, and it seems like they, instead of fixing the ship, they just want to sell it off. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.